This screencast overviews Google Sheets a little bit, pointing out some commonly used functions of them so that hopefully it will help you in the future. Just like with many other Google Docs, you have the ability to share Google Sheets or provide comments on them if you are doing something collaboratively. Google Sheets is a great platform to use when creating rubrics or group projects where you can assign different tabs to different groups that are working on a project, or each individual student could have his or her own tab. Just some ideas. When you're looking at the tabs along the bottom, you can add them right here with the plus sign. You can color code the tabs by clicking this arrow and going change color, so that if you were trying to organize them for a certain project or in a certain way, that might be one way to distinguish one from the other, is with color code. You can also rename the tab so that it's not called sheet 5 or whatever. You can delete or move the sheet with those controls also. Up here with this control view, at the top of each column, which are typically lettered, if you hover near the right hand side of the column, you'll see the drop down arrow appear, and you have further options in this menu. You can hide or delete or move columns here too, or add a column left or right from wherever you are highlighted. You can sort data that's in the column you select, so a couple of important things going on right there. You can also move a whole column when the cursor that is now in the shape of an arrow becomes a hand. I just selected the column. When it turns to a hand like that, you can click and drag to move the whole column right or left or whatever and drop it somewhere else. So that's handy. If you have some data that's come in that looks like, say, this, and this bothers you aesthetically or something, you can arrange the size of the column this way too, just by clicking and dragging like that. Okay, here's an example of how to sort this data too. If I wanted an A to Z sort, it would put the beginning of the alphabet, to the end, just going off the first letter is an easy sort to do. If this column contained what period these students were in my class, I could easily sort by period, and it would group all second period together, third, fourth, whatever. So that's really nice to know how to do. Back on this other sheet, if you have some data, you can sort it also and put lowest to highest or highest to lowest. You can also merge cells and make larger cells within your sheet too, by selecting what it is you want to merge and just clicking right there to make it one giant area. So that might be necessary for certain projects or things you're trying to do. You can star a sheet also directly to put it in your starred area of Google Drive, or you can directly move it to a certain folder from this view also, which is great organizationally. There are some add-ons you should definitely check out for Sheets, like adding the script Flubaroo for grading assignments. That's very handy. And there's more add-ons that you can explore and maybe decide that you find a use for your particular class. Under Tools, something else I really like to use quite often is the notification rules. I do this when I make forms. You can create a form directly from the sheet view just by going right there, and it will bring in a Google form for you already tied to this spreadsheet where you started. See, it says new form was created. Add your questions here. We'll dismiss for now because I'm not really doing a form. But when I do a form, I employ some notification rules, and that means that every time a user submits the form, I am notified by email, and I choose, depending on how important the results are and the timeliness, to either get an email right away every time, or just like a daily digest summary at the end of the day kind of email to tell me, oh yeah, somebody filled out your form. So the notification rules are pretty handy. In some of the other menus, as you can go through here, you can browse the script gallery to see if you're going to add other scripts to your form like Doctopus or something else for productivity or whatever benefits you in your course, your objectives. There's formatting tools under there, inserting rows and columns, and other functions down here. Different views, editing, deleting rows or columns, and of course your file. Again, when you're doing group work, you can always see revision history and who's contributed to the document. You can also download a Google Sheet as an Excel page or PDF for any of these options right here, or publish to the web. If you're embedding this onto a website, this is where you'd follow to go get the embed code to do that. So hope that helps. Just a brief overview of Sheets. Let me know if you have any questions going forward. Thanks.